So I apologize for the having to repeat a little bit of the intro here because I thought that I had started both the horizontal and the vertical feeds at the same time. Unfortunately, I forgot to click go live on the vertical. So folks, I'll be trying to start up a DIY project here, but we're just starting off with the design phase. I do have a 3D printer, so I do want to print the interior wheel with a universal hub, detaching hub, so I could like fix this wheel onto a Moza base or anything similar to that. I do want to keep the exterior wheel. I just want to change the interior. Instead of buying a steering wheel, I already have this wheel, so I might as well do something with it. And if people are aware of the model of this, this is for an Xbox. I do not own an Xbox. I have only a PC or PCs. And yeah, I could get an Arduino board and adapt this wheel to have it compatible with a PC. Thing is that if I'm going to go that route, might as well just redo the interior and try to give it an update look to it, and maybe at the same time come up with a creative design that I'll be comfortable with. So let me get everything set up here. Okay, and let me try to get a moderator here as well. Okay, so yeah, so stuff that I don't need to redo is obviously the wheel. I do want to keep the pedal shifters, but I also want to add those double clutches. So let's see here. I'm trying to move this around. So let's just start with this. That's about the width. And let's bring it up just a little bit. Hellos, Lisa Dijon. How are you today? So, okay, now that we have that, let's go to face. Let's extrude. Can I find my extrude thing? There it is. Okay, let's bring it out. And then let's extrude it a couple of more times. I am very old-fashioned, yes. Like I said, I dipped into this software like 25 years ago. Obviously, today you can use a tablet with a pencil and all that stuff. I'm just not there yet. Okay, let's translate this. So that will go in a little bit like that. And these on the opposite will start going that way. And I don't want it as long necessarily. Whoops. I thought I had... Wait a minute. Okay. Can I just grab these ones? Yes, thank you. Continue. Continue. And continue here. Something like that. I don't need it to be perfectly round either. So that came in a bit. Let's continue with this around this. And I would be happy with something like that. Okay, so that would be for the dual clutches, sort of. Kind of lining up here. Feel free to voice your ideas. Okay, now to the set. Whoa, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Boom. Okay, let's go here. And just start with a piece maybe from here to there, kind of, sort of. And let's go up. And then let's take this face and extrude it upwards. There we go. Okay, you'll understand why I'm doing this. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Actually, I could just probably, no. Let's just do something like this and bring this in a bit. Ew, I did not want to do that. My bad. My bad. Because I was forgetting here, that's the top half. Let's use the faces here. Let's do the bottom half. Okay. Something to work with. Something to work with. No, 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 no. Vertices. There we go. So let's bring these in to about here. And this one actually will go over the paddle shifter. I don't know why I started with the paddle shifter. Honestly, that made no sense. Something like this. Let's bring this one down to about here. And that actually goes like that. And this one goes about to here. Because I want to use the exterior wheel of this wheel. Okay, so we could bring this one out just a little bit. Boom. Actually, let's bring it more that a ways. Okay, and now we could bring this in like that. Bring this one in like that. And let's round it up just a little bit more here. I find this extremely large. Uh, I don't know what happened to this one, but let's bring it more this ways. And let's bring all of these down a bit. Okay. Let's come back here with these. Let's come back here with these. This one. So we kind of want it to match there. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so from here, let me take up a reference thing here. Okay, so essentially they go from here, then let's grab the faces. We'll do another section to about here. Should be like half and half. And then let's do another section from here to here. There we go. Okay, let's turn this into vertices and let's try to put it up like that. And from the one on the bottom here, faces, yeah, boom, boom. And we go all the way down to this one here. Ew, why did it go in that direction? Okay, if I extrude, where's my little widget? There it is. Boom, there we go. Let's just bring it down to here. That should be good to go. Vertices again. Let's bring this in to about here. Hello, Zergamer. So, let's move this one to, let's say, about, come on, move it. My mouse does not want to collaborate. There we go. To there. Let's bring this, no, 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 there we go. Move this one to like this. And maybe I actually need to go like that. And bring it completely there. Kind of like the one over here. Yeah, my middle mouse button has a hard time. Something like that. And okay. So now for the fun of it, can I mirror this? There we go. See, that's how we do that, folks. But I don't want to mirror it just now. Not ready for that just yet. Okay. Vertices. Let's grab these two. Let's bring them in a little bit like that. Okay, so the paddle shifter will go down just a little bit. There we go. So we kind of see where we are going with this. Actually, this needs to, I guess, follow the wheel a little bit better. Like this, and like this, and like this here. Yes, I'll round out the things a little bit later, but for right now, I just want to get to this part here. Okay, I guess now we could start kind of sort of fool around with it. Okay, let's duplicate this in case. Let's hide one of those. And I could mirror it like I wanted to. And then I need to try to figure out the buttons and knobs and everything else. Or maybe I should just... No, I think I'm good. So I don't want something with a gazillion buttons either. I am kind of wanting some... Okay, let's try to design some buttons here. Let's go over here and let's do a couple of buttons. How are we going to do some buttons, folks? Okay. I'm going to simplify this a lot. Oh man, my middle mouse button really does not want to. Okay, let me grab my other mouse here. Maybe this one will be a little bit more cooperative. Did I actually just turn it off? Yeah, I just... Okay. Okay. There we go. This one works a lot better. Okay. Frame that. There we go. So now I'm turning around this. I guess edges. Okay. So we don't need all of these, right? Yeah, that looks good. Let's delete those. So now I'm left with just one face. Okay, face. And let's extrude that. Boom. Yes, I am old school. I know you can use a pen and a pad for all of this stuff now. And let's extrude this again. Am I going to be happy with that? I guess so. It's just a representation. What? Okay. I did not mean to grab some of those faces for some reason. Okay. Let's make it a little bit smaller so that I am not... Okay, hopefully no other faces grabbed. Perfect. And we also need to flatten this head a little bit, right, folks? So let's flatten this button. Yeah, I'm good with that. It also looks like a mini joystick from the PlayStation controllers, right? Maybe we could put some of those on the wheel. What do you guys think? And how people will be like, oh, we want colors. Okay, maybe we could do some colors here. Okay, let's get rid of Discord, because I don't need that in the background. Okay, colors. Let me grab some things here and okay, where is my materials? Don't I have a materials screen? Yes, I do. Oh, here they are. Boom. Okay. Let's get some materials. I guess red, blue, and yellow. And people will be like, well, what about green? Okay. Let's put some 4 buttons here. Let's put it back to object mode. Yeah, it is pretty big. We don't need it that big, the button. Let's make it a more reasonable size. Okay, and let's make 4 of these. There we go, there we go, there we go. So this one, can I change the shade of this one? How do we change the colors? Oh, there we go. So we said 1 green. There we go. Can I pick it? Oh, there we go. And let's select one of these and put it green. There we go. Let's pick one here and assign another color to a material. Color, let's go with blue. Let's pick this one. Let's make it blue. Just for the fun of it, right? Okay, let's bring this one down. Is this one down? Where? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to build another one. There we go. Let's pick a color for this one. Let's make it red. There we go. I like red buttons. Every time somebody says don't touch the button is red. Okay, let's make another color for this one. I don't really like the green buttons, but okay, let's make this one yellow. So let's select this and let's make it yellow. Because honestly, I just want like 3 buttons. So I kind of would like to go with, okay, let's bring these 2 like here, like this one here. And this is kind of how I would like them. Let's put the green one up here somewhere in case we decide to make a green button. Maybe the dials. Like I could put some encoder dials. Put it down. So something around here, because your thumb is pretty much here. So actually the buttons maybe would be more around like that. So yes, I am going to have to kind of... I just wanted to get the basic of the wheel here. Because honestly, we might even go up here. Maizina says hello. Well, hellos. How are you? So something like that. And I kind of want the same thing down below. So can we duplicate these and put them down here? This one will go on the opposite side. So, whoops, I don't want that. I just want this. Ooh, actually, I did not want to move that paddle, clutch paddle. So something like this here. And then I don't know. I was thinking some people are saying make it like a gamepad and put too many joysticks, one here, one there. And then you got the buttons. I'm not sure I want to do that, honestly. Okay, let's take these buttons here and these here. Let's duplicate those just for the fun of it. So there's kind of some symmetry going on here. Kinda. This is not the actual file that I'll be making the STLs, but eventually we will. Just I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do here. Because some people are saying, well, you also have to have the lights here. But I also have them, like some people will put the screen here. I rather have the dash above the wheel or right around here. Because when you're turning it, you have your arm hiding the screen. So I mean, I can understand when you're in a Formula car, there is no dash. So the dash is the wheel. You know, that I can understand, but when you're like racing in a GT car or something where there's an actual dash in the car, I prefer having the display elsewhere than in the middle of the steering wheel. I don't know about you guys, so I'm actually thinking of putting some encoders, two encoders, and a rotary switch that can actually tell what the encoders will be doing. Because let's say you can map like 32 buttons. I've only got 12 here. So I could actually have a three-way selector, rotary selector, and depending on where I put it, the buttons will have different corresponding buttons to them. So I can map like three things to every button. Well, I say three, but already with 12 times 3, that's 36. You can do 32 buttons. So, and if I add some encoders here, I don't know if I want the rev lights on the steering wheel. Since I have them in the display, what would be the purpose of having them in the wheel? None, right? So, okay, let's design some encoders. What kind of encoders are on wheels? It's not like the same. I'm not trying to. Okay, so we could do like a few different kinds. So let's make a cylinder here somewheres in the white and bring that up a little bit. Uh, let's frame that. And let's look at it from the top. I forget how to, oh, there we go. Frame the thing that I selected here. There we go. Edges or vertices? Vertices. So let's grab every second one. Okay, that's good. Oh, there we go. Let's bring them in a bit. So there's kind of my encoder. And a lot of people will be like, I don't like that. And that's okay. You don't have to. Okay, let's move back out here. Ew. Why did it do that? Okay, okay. You know what? Probably not a bad idea. But we could do better. We could do, let's bring it back up for now. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to design and brainstorm what I would like. So, okay, let's bring it back to object mode. Let's bring it up here. Let's remove all of these edges. We don't need them. Actually, there's an easier way to do this. Boom. Then keep these ones. There we go. Ooh. No, I did not want to do that. No, we are going to have to... actually, you know what? Yeah, let's delete both. Okay, let's make a face. This one we will also extrude it. And bring that in and up. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And this one, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to bring it like that. Then we're going to bring it out. And then we're going to take the ones that we brought in. Actually, okay. Oh, that one did not grab. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see what we're doing here. There we go. I think I got them all. Then we just bring them out to kind of sort of make a circle. Not the best looking. Oh, bring them out a little bit more so it looks more like a circle. That ain't bad, right? Okay, and then let's go to faces. Let's select this face. And let's extrude it again, just to give it, there we go. Now I guess we could put these ones green. There we go. And let's move that to where we want them. Ooh, that's pretty big. That's a big encoder, right? So essentially, I want 3 of these. Whoops. Not 3, but 2 encoders, which I thought about putting, like, down here. But for now, I'm thinking more keeping them around here. And let's duplicate that. And then this one here. And this one we're going to make a little bit different. Object mode. Our vertices, bring them down a little bit, like so. Uh, let's make it red so that we know that this one is different from the others. Then let's just make it a dash bigger. So it's about the same height, but this is the rotary switch. With 2 encoders and 12 buttons. So this is kind of what I was thinking of using. Now obviously we have paddle shifters here, and I want, how am I gonna mirror? Oh, I don't have to mirror this. Okay, let's duplicate and let's rotate it. I'm not sure which one it's gonna be. This one here? No. Oh, actually, maybe it was. It's 180 that I need to turn it around. There we go. There we go. So kind of, sort of. Okay, let's bring these 3 buttons a little bit closer here. So if the clutches, dual clutches are there, and the shifters are here, we kind of need to bring, whoops, these out of the way, right? So they'll go like, more like something like this, something like this. Ew, that is super close. And yes, every square here is 1 centimeter. So yeah, the buttons should actually be smaller than that. Yeah, that's a good size. 90s and quarters are tall and probably also too big. Let's make these a little bit smaller. Let's bring them down a bit. So, okay. Let's do the switch boxes thingies. So I'm just gonna go with this and this for now. Okay, now that we have that, I can make it thinner. Let's bring it down. Bum bum bum. Where's my cut? Is this the cut? Split polygon, yes. There we go. There we go. Boom. Let's try that again. And again and again. Actually, you could go around the entire shape, which I just remembered I could do. Like I said, I haven't used this software in 20 some years. So now can I delete the vertices? Boom. No, I cannot. Can I delete the edges? Yes. Okay. That's kind of what I wanted to do. I think. Maybe, maybe not. bring these down here. Let's bring these more towards here. This one we can definitely bring down more here. And then again, like this. And I think I want to do, whoops, let's take this. And let's try to do the cut face again. Split polygons. There we go. One there. There we go. Can I go down here? There we go. And back to here. And let's remove these edges. Whoops. I think I was grabbing a little bit too many there. Let's delete these ones. There we go. Let's bring that back down here. So something similar to this. Okay, so vertices, these obviously go closer here. This definitely needs to come up to clear that. Just like these ones need to clear that. And already. Okay. Now we kind of have to fit the ergonomics, I guess. Like I would probably want this a little bit more like this. This one maybe a little bit more like this. By ergonomics, I mean visual aesthetics. Like this a little bit more like that. Just so it kind of lines up better with the clutch behind. So, okay, a couple of buttons. Okay, yes, I know. I made them, I could delete them, I can recreate them. Boom, boom, boom. This. And let's duplicate it. And let's combine them. Where's the combine? Let's combine. Combine. There we go. Center the pivot. And now I could mirror it, I think. Yeah, that works. And then probably this way. No. Okay. Maybe this way. Well, that kind of works and kind of doesn't, but let's put it back there. And let's detach. Can I detach? Separate. Boom. Okay. So essentially, we bring these two. Oh, center the pivots, please. Boom. Okay. Let's bring these two over there. Whoa. Yeah. So these, similar to this. There we go. We take these and not the back image. Why did those not center? Oh, okay. So something like that. To have them about spaced evenly. That looks adequate. And then it's going to be this one here that we need to bring and kind of sort of align here. We're going to go roughly with, we could probably go a little bit more precise. Frame what we're doing here. That. This. Actually, I'm not too far on profits. Okay, so this one goes like a little bit more there. And that looks pretty good, folks. Okay. There we go. Move that out of the way. Actually, let's move them to the side here. There we go. So basically, but somebody said I need my logo in the center of the steering wheel. So I could not have like this there. Okay, how are we gonna do that logo thingy? Let's just make a cylinder, I guess. And pop it up. Like so. There we go. Oh. Let me go here. Yes, and this is going to be a shameless plug. Wait until you see it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I need to bring this back up. Okay, let me just put it there like that for now. Let me put this in here. There we go. And ew. Okay. Where's the UV map? There's the UV map. Okay. Why did they do that to me? Okay, let's grab them all and sort of go like this, kind of go like this. Yes, yes, yes. Then down here. There we go. That will work. Ew. Is it? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Ooh, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Not perfect, but not bad. There we go. Boom. So, uh, if we are going to use encoders, whoops, maybe I could grab both, bring them up. And let's put this one up here. So by changing this one, I need to bring this down a little bit back to size. There we go. So I'm kind of thinking of going this route. But we could definitely put like too many joysticks here. Should we decide to do something like that? And then I was thinking of maybe putting in some buttons on the steering wheels. Because you can see there's kind of this thing here. And I guess they couldn't decide if they were going to put buttons in there or not. Or it was just a neat place to kind of, it's kind of like a little groove that you can kind of put your thumb in there if you want that kind of thing. But maybe I could put like up and down buttons. You know, the kind of buttons that you get in the, either for doors or locks. So let me see here how I can go about doing that. Let's make a cylinder. Let's bring that up. There we go. Yeah, that'll work probably. I think I know where I'm going with this. I think, I'm not sure. Let's get rid of edges. So let's go in the... Let's go up here and let's delete these. And let's go back here. And we go to faces. Then we... Ta-da! There we go. I'm still not convinced. Maybe a little bit shorter. Okay, that'll be one button, two buttons. Yeah, something like that should work. If not, we'll think of something, right, folks? Okay, back to object mode. And what I want to do with this is mirror it, but not like we did earlier. Boom. That is good. That is good. Okay. So I know you guys still don't get where I'm going with all of this. So actually, there's a way of doing this. I think it was V, and I could just match it there. Okay, let's make it a little bit smaller, like that. And then duplicate it, V, and let's put it there. Yeah, that's... Nope, that's not gonna work for me. Okay, delete that. So basically, I'm thinking. My brain's not working. Okay, let's just go back. Okay, vertices. Let's bring this in way back here. There we go. Object mode. Let's mirror it. Yep, apply, close. Let's make that sphere again. Let's trim it down. Duplicate it. Ah, yeah. Okay. Much better. Okay, now comes... Actually, you know what? I should probably duplicate this. just in case I fudge up and, okay, yes, time to save the file, folks. Always save. Save often, and yeah, when things crash or go wrong, you can always go back to a point in time and move on from there. Okay, so yeah, I would be happy with that. Okay, so this, you add this to this. Where's the add button? I forget. Extrude. Oh, here they are. Union. There we go. And then we subtract that one to those. No, that's union, intersection, difference. There we go. So I don't know if folks know what kind of button I'm talking about, but in the doors, you have this kind of a button where, so just by the touch of it, you know if you're going up or down, kind of a situation. Let's center the pivot because it always goes to the center of the world. So this is what I was thinking of putting over here. Actually, we should probably duplicate this as well. Oops. Did I not duplicate it? Yes, I did. Okay, there we go. And let's rotate this in a way that kind of matches the wheel. So you see, I could have this kind of a button here. And just by the feeling of it, we would know if we're going up or down. So you still have the kind of groove that would fit just perfectly for your thumb, but you move it up a little bit and then you can feel the bump and use that. So that's kind of what I was thinking of, kind of buttons I wanted. I know it's kind of weird. It's a foreign concept. But this is kind of what I was going for. So I'm starting to have quite a few buttons on this, folks. I don't know about you, but I'm seeing a lot of buttons. Okay, so this is where I'm going to end this video today. How long have I been streaming now? Let me check here. Okay, for an hour and a half, more or less. So let's save this up here and let me know in the comments if you kind of like where I'm going with this, if you would like to see more of it. And yeah, if you do, maybe I'll actually stream on and keep on going ahead, and we'll get to a point where we'll have our steering wheel box and everything, and we can export it to an STL, and then people can print the box. I can put it up somewhere where people can use the SD file if you guys would be interested in that kind of thing. If somebody owns this kind of a wheel and would like to do the same kind of modifications, but for their Xbox, not to do like I want to do and just put a universal hub on it. All of that stuff, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one, folks.